morning.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life.
Yes.
Good to see you all again this morning. How we doing? Did we have a great weekend?
I hope so. Thank you for joining us. Yeah.
Lots.
Then I did some baking yesterday.
Mrs. Claus was in the kitchen again
Denny
yesterday.
and I were in
Her
there.
and Denny Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, and
Well,
made some-
I gotta tell you, she's been in the kitchen almost every single day. The other day, she made a wonderful new pound cake that we had with fresh strawberries that we had gotten from another state and brought them up.
Yeah,
And they were
yeah.
just delicious.
They were
And,
wonderful,
Oh my
weren't they?
God!
Yeah.
And so she did carrot cake muffins the other day with cream cheese in them.
Yeah.
It's no
They were
wonder I look the way I do.
Well, it's not just always my fault. You know, it's Denny, our elf Denny Sweet Tooth. He is the one that comes to me so often with new recipes and comes in and says, "Here, Mrs. Claus, here, let's try another recipe out and see how Santa likes it." So.
And if you think I'm round, Denny is as
a-
round as he is tall. So
Yeah,
I mean, he just looks like a big snowball coming
He
sometimes
really
in his
does.
white
Kinda, he's
apron
cute.
and his
He's that
white
real-
hat. And
He's one of our shorter elves, actually, and
actually, I'm going to be working on a book. You will eventually see a book
Yes.
on Denny Sweet Tooth because
Yes.
he is such an integral part of
He
the
is.
North Pole.
He is.
And,
It's
you
just-
know, he makes all the elves happy because he's constantly baking and cooking stuff. So
yeah, I mean, we actually have a bakery where he works out of. And we're constantly making things for the elves. So it's not just Santa and I. What we do is we kind of test some things, if you will, and see how we like the taste and the texture and all that good stuff. And then we share it with the rest of the elves, so then it goes into the bakery.
boy, do I love tasting.
Yeah. And I brought in one of Santa's favorite cookies. We have
And I
chocolate
bet you,
chip.
you guys can guess
Yeah.
which one it is. I'll bet you can. You make a lot of them for me, so which I love tasting
Yeah.
the different ones. Now can we get to the cookies?
Yes, now we can get to the cookies.
I love the cookies.
So, as I said, I made some, let's see if I can look here. There we go. I think I got that
Oh
on
yeah, you got
on
that.
the camera. And there's the cookies, chocolate chip cookies that are done. And one other thing we want to mention, if you can just hold that, Santa.
Oh, okay.
I, again, have the recipe up. It's, again, on our website for under...
Yep. Mrs. Claus's chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, and it's
let me-
under recipes.
And it's under recipes.
So that's there. And what I like to do, because Santa, well, both of us really love them. I like to put in dark chocolate chips. You can put in the milk chocolate, of course, if you like. The other thing, and I don't know that I actually put that on the recipe. I'm not sure. But the other thing I like to do sometimes is to add mint chocolate chips. Those are good.
Oh, those are so
and, cinnamon chocolate chips. I don't always find those, but when I do, because Santa just loves cinnamon, so he loves the cinnamon. The other thing I wanted to share
I'm a
with
cinnamon freak, to be honest with you. So, and most people don't even know cinnamon is actually
good
bark.
Yeah,
And it's very good for
it's
you.
good for you.
So
yeah, it's good for you.
I absolutely love. But yes, so she'll have the recipe up there as well. So
And the other thing I wanted to show, and I think that comes through too.
Yeah.
These actually, this little one is you'll see just the cookie dough balls. And what I did is I froze them. And one of the things that, especially for you parents that maybe don't have as many at home, when you make, when you're making maybe 2 dozen cookies, that might be a little bit too much for your family. and you don't want to, of course, have the cookies go stale. So what I found is that you can make the cookies into your little cookie balls and then freeze them. And then you can take them out and bake how many you want, whether you want to have
And they
6.
last for weeks
They
in the
do.
freezer.
They do.
Literally weeks.
And the nice thing with this is, of course, we always love to have fresh out of the oven. There's just nothing like a soft, gooey chocolate chip cookie. And so you can, obviously, by doing it this way, you can get them fresh from the oven. But it does allow you, instead of just cooking them all, and again, if you have a big family or having a party or whatever, that's great. But otherwise, this is a wonderful way to still make your 2 dozen cookies, but to freeze them. So that's what we're sharing today.
Now, I will say, in the North Pole, they generally don't stick around that
well,
long.
no.
And basically, if we know that's in the freezer, the elves get into them.
Yes.
I get into them.
Yeah.
You know, because at that point, all you have to do is turn on the oven to 350, put them in for about 12 minutes, and they come out perfect.
They do.
So
They do.
a great tip.
Yeah.
You can always have cookies on hand if you do that. So which is always fun, you know. And when you boys and girls are being really good, you can say, "Hey,
Yeah.
if I do that for you, Mom or Dad, can I have a cookie?" And then Mom doesn't have to worry about pulling all the stuff out and making cookies.
Yeah, it really
Just
does
take
help.
'em
And
right
it
out of
lasts a lot longer, but you still always have some homemade cookies. So
Until they're all gone.
Yeah, so something to think about. And pretty much anything that's like the consistency of a chocolate chip cookie, you can freeze and then use again later. So yeah, we wanted to share that with. We're so glad you could join us this morning. It's so nice to spend our morning with you, and we so look forward to it, don't we?
Oh, we absolutely
We
do.
really,
It's
really
become
do,
our
yeah.
highlight of our week now. It is
Yep.
to come down to East Tennessee and spend some time with you guys and read our books or other books. So we're going to have a brand new book for you next week.
Yes.
So
Yes, so
you
make
want to
sure
tune
you-
in
Yep.
next Tuesday. And again, if you guys participate and join in, you might just win that book. So until next week,
See you next week.
bye-bye. Another cookie.